Goldilocks scenario. Now see, we have all read that Goldilocks and the 3 bears story, right? Now Goldilocks is a very obedient little girl who once strays away into a bear, right? Bear family's home. And while entering the house, she spots that there are very delicious items on the table, right? And one of the item is a porridge. Porridge is a special meal, specially consumed in the United Kingdom. So she finds this porridge and she finds it very tasty. And while tasting, she says that okay, this is neither too hot, neither too cold. It is just perfect. It is just perfect. So in English literature, there are many terms like this, specifically borrowed from fairy tales and some particularly good novels. So this is one of the terms, Goldilocks scenario, or that porridge which was just perfect for Goldilocks. This is just perfect. And also we have some term, Goldilocks zone above the surface of the earth, right? Now this is your homework. You please look at what is a Goldilocks zone with reference to your geography or say science and technology. Now for our economics, we have to understand that Goldilocks scenario is a condition when there is not too much high inflation, not too low unemployment rate, right? Or it is also not too much low inflation, right? It means that the economy, when there is low inflation, it is growing at a very lower pace, because we know we need a little bit of inflation so that the goods producers and suppliers, they can be motivated to produce more, right? Have more profits and employ more, right? So when inflation is high, we know that employment increases and unemployment decreases. But too much of extremes in life, it is not good, right? For example, say if you have too much of fast food, it is not good for your health. And if you also do not have fast food at all, it is not good for your happiness, right? I'm not trying to promote any fast food consumption among all of you. Please, take it with a pinch of salt, right? But sometimes acha hota hai. But the thing is that for an economy also, core inflation, too much is called overheating, because too much inflation is too much demand in the market, too much money supply in the market, and more inflation. That means overheating, and also leads to the decrease in the purchasing power of the people, leads to reduction in value of the money, right? That is why too much or too hot is not good, too cold is not good, deflationary condition is not good, because low inflation is high unemployment, correct? And on the other side, high employment is always good, correct? So there is a just right zone, right? There is a just right zone just between the too hot and too cold, right? And let me tell you, sometimes high employment rate also can be very bad. Say, it is always good that all of the people in the economy will always, must have jobs. They have their own families to run. But if you understand, if everyone has jobs, everyone have money, right? They will be spending money. It will be leading to high inflation. That is why there is, in economics, we have something known as natural rate of unemployment, which is known as NIDU, but we did not go too much deep into that. We have something known as natural rate of unemployment, or economy by itself has some natural unemployment because there are scarce resources in the economy, right? These scarce resources are not for, not available for everyone, because economy, or say people, they base their demand for goods and services based on their wants. They want more goods and services. They actually need much less. For example, the difference is that you need food, you need health, you need shelter. These are your needs, the basic needs. Even someone who have their basic needs, such as the Buddha, right? They said, Buddha said that the cause of our suffering is of our, desires or our wants. because our wants are always above our needs. So that is why, if everyone have employment, if everyone have their money in their hand, we will be chasing scarce resources in the economy, right? And that is why there is always an unemployment in the economy, right? Even that is why, if you can see, the chart is showing 98, not 100%, right? That means too much of anything is not good, too less of anything is not good. Middle thing is just right. Now here, the thing is that the recent monetary policy committee was held, and they decided to maintain the repo rate at the same level. Now, this is, with reference to the inflationary level and the GDP level they are talking about, right? Our GDP is growing at 6.5%, and also inflation is, at the in the month of say May, it was also at the same, right? Inflation and GDP was also kind of same. So RBI in his monetary policy said that in GDP at 6.5%, inflation at 5.1%, they are in a Goldilocks zone. They're neither hot, neither too cold. But as we see, inflation in the coming months would generally increase. And here, the MPC in that month did not change the repo rate, right? And did not change the policy stance. Now, what is the policy stance? Policy stance of the central bank can be of three types. It can be hawkish, it can be neutral, and it can be dovish. See, hawkish means that RBI is expecting that there is high inflation in the market, and in the future there will be high inflation in the market. So I will be increasing the interest rates, because if I increase the interest rate, people will demand less money in terms of loans, and the demand for money will come down, inflation will come down. Neutral means in this Goldilocks zone, GDP is good, inflation is good, I need not change anything. So it is keeping the repo rate unchanged. Under the dovish rate, under the dovish stance, RBI is seeing that the people are not spending much. There is kind of deflation in the economy. So RBI said, okay, let me decrease the interest rate. So you take more loans, buy more car, buy more EMIs, right? You have more EMIs, business, try to invest more, generate more employment so that GDP will increase. So these are the three stances, right? Generally after the COVID, right, most of the central banks or all around the world are having hawkish stances, right? Still now we are kind of in the middle of hawkish to neutral stances.